Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the first round of auditions for Capital Gains Got Goals, where your membership committee determines the metrics that will result in every member of this chapter's success. That's right, with these goals, we'll all be winners. Let's introduce the judges.
I've been in BNI for over 7 years, and within that time I've brought 31 visitors. I'm Marie Banks.
I write my weekly presentation at least 2 days ahead of the BNI meeting. Chapter activities, though, 6 hours tops. I'm R.D. Bonahan.
Whether we're on Zoom or eating tots at Curia, I love one-to-ones. I'm Caitlin Adams.
Since he joined the chapter, he's only missed twice. I don't know why I'm talking in third person right now. I'm Phil Young. And they've got their work cut out for them. So let's get some contestants on here to see how their recent activities compared with the BNI Capital Gains goal proposals.
Hi, judges. I'm here today to try out for the goal challenge at Capital Gains because, well, I got kids to feed. 8 of them, in fact. I picked up a new job for every kid that I have. When one of my 7 bosses told me about BNI, I figured this could easily be my 8th. Showing up at 7:30 on a Tuesday is easy. That's in between my night shift at the tanning salon and my morning shift at Bed, Breakfast, and Beyond. Do you know how many weird people show up at 2 in the morning to get a tan? It's like the same people that show up for the Beyond in the morning. I think my connections with these people are the exact reason why I need BNI. Sorry. What's up, judges? I've been in Capital Gains for a bit, and my metrics are pretty solid. I miss a couple of meetings here and there, but we have a dude that comes into the tanning salon and spends way too long under the lights. I've gotten out late because of it. Sometimes my prep peeps don't show up. I have to leave the meeting early. All in all, I think my metrics are solid.
Tom, I love your dedication to your family. That's so important to us at Capital Gains. But it seems like you might have trouble with a couple of our metrics. See, at Capital Gains, we've always had a 100% attendance goal, and that goal isn't going anywhere.
I have to agree with Marie here, Tom. Between the night shift at the tanning salon, the morning shift as an easy bake chef, the lunch rush at Perkins, and the countless hours you spend as the ball boy for BNI ping pong tournaments, I don't see you finding the time to meet our goal for the next 6 months of 2 CEUs a week either.
What more is there to say, Tom? I'm sorry, I just don't think we can advance you to the next round.
The family energy's good, Tom, but we're going to need a commitment from our members that Capital Gains is a priority, and it's just hard to see how you'll manage to fit that in. Capital Gains members will be shooting for 100% attendance and 2 CEUs per member per week in the upcoming 6 months. But thanks for coming out.
Thanks for your time, Tom.
Thanks, Tom.
Well, let's hear from another contestant.
Oh no, you've got to be kidding me. This again? How is it always Tuesday? My name is Lil Murray, and I'm ready to show the world what I can do. I'm a great golfer. Well, not really, but I may or may not have been in Caddyshack. Can I run a 4-minute mile? You know I can't, but I just might have pretended to in stripes. Was that me in the submarine with Gillian Defoe, catching a glimpse of the leopard shark in my red cap? Could have been, but now I'm in Capital Gains and everything feels hazy. It's like I'm living the same day over and over. But hey, if you're great at what you do, you can do it every day.
Lil Murray, for real? Welcome to the show, again. I can't help but feel like we've seen you before.
So here's the thing, judges. Every week I come to the BNI meeting, I review the goals, I know I'm supposed to pass 1 to 2 referrals a week, so I show up nice and early, I do some pre-meeting networking, I deliver a knockout 30-second speech, have my what to do printed, I carefully jot down the rest of my chapter's acts, I gather my ideas after the meeting and make a list of connections to make. And then
I have to say, Mur, that's a great strategy. And the goal is indeed to get your 2s by passing 2 referrals as often as possible. That'll average a chapter goal of 1.5 per member per week. So you're here to show off your success, right?
Well, no. Oh, God. I'm stuck, judges. It's like I keep living the same day over and over. I take the notes, I listen to the members, but before I can make any of my calls, I'm back in the audition room talking to you. How do I break the cycle?
Well, Lil, if you can't see your shadow, you're in for 6 more weeks of every day being Tuesday for sure. I think if you put in the work to actually pass the referrals rather than just show up every week, that might just do it.
I understand your pain, Lil. When I first started my BNI career, it was tough to understand that you need to set aside a decent amount of time for BNI throughout the week, even if your full-time job demands a ton of your attention. Do you think you're trying to get a Tuesday right so you can start living the rest of the week? That's exactly what's happening here. I've rescued cats falling from a tree. I put a BNI Power Hour on my calendar. I even had some sweet romantic moments with Andy McDowell. I just don't know what to do anymore.
One of the things that I've learned is that you can't get everything done on Tuesday. Perhaps if you put your BNI Power Hour later in the week, you'd actually live that day and would be able to start passing more referrals.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I never even thought about that. I feel like I've been living in a Groundhog Day.
Well, you're gonna have to figure this out. Unfortunately, it's gonna be a no from me, bro.
I do really feel bad for you, Mur. I want you to be able to experience the rest of the days of the week. This competition isn't going to help you, but the goals will. Keep plugging away at those.
Yeah, dude. It's gonna be a no from me, too. We need to see you consistently passing those 2 referrals a week.
You're so close, Lil. The other metrics are really great. It's just the referrals. That is the most important metric in BNI since we are a referral-based networking group. That's like a singer that's tone deaf. Keep plugging away. We'll see you next time.
You may know him from his rock and roll career in the 70s hair metal band Cougar Stank, his sportscasting career as Chip Chetland covering huge events like the 2021 Capital Gains, or from his most successful career as the former president of BNI Capital Gains. It's Will Young, and he likes to move it, move it. All right, look here, judges. I've got the credentials. I've got the history. Heck, I used to steer this here rig. You better know I know all about goals. 2 1-to-1s a week. You know it. Referrals? All my business is closed business. I've been on top of this game for so long that I could just coast along, rest on my laurels, and bring home the grand prize. $1.9 million in 12-month rolling total.
Well, Will, you do seem to have a solid understanding of the goals, even the ones that are changing. And Will, forgive me for wondering if this is overreach, but how did you know that our goal for the rolling total is 1.9 million? That feels suspicious to me.
I agree, Caitlin. How does Quill seem to know so much? It's almost like the former chapter president is now on the membership committee or something.
I don't know, you two. Suspicious is one word you could use, but personally, I say this candidate is inspired. I choose a word like trend-settingly tuned in to the success of his chapter.
Well, as the member relations chair, I'm going to look for a mutually agreeable solution here. Judge Caitlin, let's pull a recent personal palms report for Mr. Young and see how he's looking. Also, in defense of his knowledge, it's the same number as last Goal Rollout. Maybe he's just remembering his younger days.
Once a president, always a president. Although, I had a couple of beers with Rick Jagger the other day, and neither of us are quite as spry as we used to be.
Bad news for you, Will. It looks like while you've understood the goals pretty well, your actual scores are a little washed up, averaging less than 1 1-to-1 per week, 1 referral every other week. There's no way to get to a chapter rolling total goal of 1.9 million passed between members.
Even with my conflict resolution hat on, we have to admit that you're not living up to the goals here, Will.
We appreciate your efforts, buddy, but let's not try to live in the past. The future of Capital Gains is bright, even for old folks like you.
Goodness, where are we finding these people? There's got to be someone out there who's living up to the performance metrics of capital gains. Hopefully we've got time for another candidate.
I'd say the best thing about me is my humility. I'm really only here to try out because some folks in my power team made me. So my power of one score is nearly impeccable, but look, that's basically just doing what's expected of a good chapter member. Yes, I have 2 high-quality one-to-ones a week. I'm well educated for my regular CEUs, and yes, I've got a perfect attendance ribbon hanging up in my office. But they literally give those to everyone with perfect attendance. And isn't that the goal? And yes, I do use my power team to generate referrals, as well as keeping solid notes during weekly member presentations. I just don't think I'm that special, judges. I meet the goals. And I've reluctantly prepared a musical number, but I've brought some of my friends to help share it.
Gotta say, Kitty, that I'm loving your intro, and shoot, you've got the data on your side to back you up too. I think I speak for all the judges when I say we're expecting a lot. Let's hear from your musical guests.
All right, Melissa, bring it.
Come through my window. Tuesday at 7, even if the window's on Zoom. You've gotta be there and be on time too. Come through my window. We can work together, get our 2 CEUs. Come through my window, we'll meet and go too. It's what we're gonna do. Thanks for having me, Kitty.
My pleasure, Melissa. If the judges are cool with it, I've got a few more guests to bring out.
Bring as many guests as you like, Kitty. You've got the scores to deserve it, and Melissa Etheridge just gets me every time. If you meet all your metrics, get your 2 one-to-ones. It'll help you give referrals and close some business. Take it from our friend Kitty. She's the best in the room. She's got the arms of the angel, and she's helping our chapter bloom.
Wow, Sarah. Just thinking about all those puppies and kittens, or those referrals leading to closed business, has got me all emotional. I'm ready to give you the prize right now.
Me too, Caitlin. Kitty, you've got some incredible connections to 90s singers, and I dare say it must stem from your performance standards in BNI.
That it does, judges. BNI is where I make the best connections. But I do have one more musical guest to share some goal plans.
He belongs to capital gains. Perfect attendance. They'll leave early or late. She gets her 2s every week. And if we all do like Kitty, then you know we're gonna meet our goals. Working every day. Gotta put the work in, and not just on Tuesdays. Can help our friends and their businesses grow. Capital gains. Meet the goals.
I'd say the best thing about me is my humility. I'm really only here to try out because some folks in my power team made me. So my power of one score is nearly impeccable. But look, that's basically just doing what's expected of a good chapter member.
There's nothing ironic at all about Kitty Skittle. The goals she hits are right on par with those she sets out to achieve.
I laughed, I cried, I thanked my chapter for $1.9 million in closed business.
We've got a clear winner in my opinion.
I couldn't agree more. Kitty, read us our mission statement for the next 6 months, if you don't mind.
Weekly referrals average 2 per member by end of September.